Shuttle C-62 is now landing at Bay 9. Shuttle K-4 is boarding at Bay 6. Final boarding call for Shuttle K-4. Repeat, this is the final boarding call for Shuttle K-4.
Sheesh, kid, watch where you're going.
Sorry, sir. I'm just late for my shuttle, and...
Well, I guess that was your ride leaving.
Damn it! I'm gonna be late for my first assignment.
Where are you headed?
I'm assigned to the Odyssey. That's Captain Ryan's ship. I was so lucky to get her. Everyone in my class at the academy was hoping for that posting.
What the hell for?
You're kidding, right? You've never heard of Captain Ryan?
No, why would I?
He's only one of the greatest starship captains in the fleet. He was the one who single-handedly faced off an entire Canis fleet a year ago. Seriously, you haven't heard of him?
I've heard a little about him. I don't know if I'd want to be on his ship. Look, kid, can I give you a lift somewhere?
It'd really be kind of you if you could drop me on Odyssey, sir. I just hope the duty officer isn't going to roast my hide for being late.
Oh, I think we might be able to talk him round.
Wow, I didn't realize she was such a big ship.
First and only one of her class, or so I hear.
I heard that the captain is a real hard-ass.
Where'd you hear that?
In the academy. One of our instructors used to serve with him during the war.
Oh yeah? What's his name?
Commander Carver. He teaches Alliance history.
Cold Shower Carver's an instructor?
Sir? You know Commander Carver?
We've met, yes. Consider yourself lucky you're not female, Ensign. This is Shuttle UB-4R to Odyssey, requesting permission to land.
Shuttle UB-4R, you are clear to touch down in Bay 2. Welcome home.
That was a warm welcome.
Welcome back, sir. I trust you enjoyed your shore leave?
Count on it, Commander. How have things been here?
Quiet, sir. Not a peep from anyone. Though I suspect that's more down to the chief stalking about, watching over the refit crew's shoulder every waking minute. Who's astray?
Oh, a new crewman I picked up. Part of the new rotation. What's your name, son?
Whoa. You're Captain Ryan?
The captain gave you an order, Anson. Snap to it.
Yes, sir. Ensign Anthony Cross. Operations Department. Reporting for duty. Sir.
Get this lad settled in, will you, Rachel? I best go get myself up to speed on our refit status.
Sir?
Why do I get the impression that you're going to tell me something unpleasant?
Because you're psychic, Captain. Our 2 new department heads are waiting to see you. The doctor is a little impatient.
She came highly recommended by her last captain. I've known Doug Shepard a long time, and if he says she's the best doctor he's ever served with, I believe him.
Oh, I'm not questioning her credentials, sir. Just her temperament.
Well, Kaitar aren't big fluffy pussycats, Commander. That's what the Canists thought, and look where it got them.
Very well, sir, but don't say I didn't warn you.
Good afternoon, Commander. I trust you...
I wish to tender my resignation, sir.
What did you say?
I wish to request that you accept my resignation, Captain.
What the hell are you talking about?
I thought the words were rather clear, sir.
Commander, I read the roster when I was on my way up from hangar deck. You only arrived 12 hours ago. You can't have been told about Nolan that fast.
This is no laughing matter, sir.
Who said I was joking? Listen, Commander, whatever's prompted you to make this rather hurried decision, I suggest that you...
I was perfectly happy on the Midway, sir. I neither sought nor wanted a transfer.
Yes, well, we don't always get what we want, Commander. And we do happen to be part of the fleet, and not some part-time catering company. We go where we're sent. Plus, I don't see you complaining about the promotion that went with it.
Was Captain Shepard somehow dissatisfied with my performance aboard his vessel?
Listen, Sierra. May I call you Sierra?
No.
Sierra. Commander. I needed an excellent medical officer. Your name was well out in front of any of the other candidates. You got transferred to the Alliance flagship on the eve of a momentous mission. You got a new set of stripes. And you want to go back to playing nurse on some old Titan-class barge?
I was perfectly happy with my assignment and position, sir.
Jesus. Look, Doctor, I needed a chief medical officer and I wanted you. I got you. You stay. End of conversation. Now get your arse out of my office and down to the sick bay where you belong. Am I quite clear about this, Commander?
Crystal, Captain.
Come in.
Major Val Tanner, 12th Alliance Marine Brigade, reporting for duty, sir.
At ease, Major. Nothing to give me, I hope. No desire to go back to where you were before I requested you?
Sir?
Never mind. Welcome aboard the Odyssey, Major.
Bridge to Captain.
Ryan here. Go ahead.
We've got a priority 1 call coming in, sir.
Very well, Mr. Harper. Pipe it through to my terminal.
Hello, Mark. How's tricks?
Admiral, I've just had an interesting conversation with my chief medic, and I'm really not in the mood for false pleasantries. I know that you're calling to drop me in it, so let's just cut to the chase, shall we?
Straight to the point, as always. Okay, you want it straight? Here it is. We've had a request for assistance from the Skolian League. They've been suffering some major pirate activity along their outer rim borders, and they can't spare any vessels to patrol their trade lanes.
I thought their fleet was pretty modern and sizable.
It is, but with the increased tensions between the stellar nations, they're spread kinda thin. Plus, they're one of our oldest allies, and this would be major brownie points for us with them.
Geesh, we have a partial crew, Admiral. Half of them aren't much out of the academy, and you want us to go trailing across half the galaxy to go beat the bushes for someone else?
Yeah, pretty much.
Just so we're clear.
With what we went through politically not so long ago, I'd have thought you'd understand. Prime Minister Trigard is having some serious issues with her opposition party. We're showing support. And we're scoring some major political points.
Give me a break.
Captain, whether you like it or not, Odyssey is the Alliance flagship. And that means that you go out there and you show the flag. I know you're not real hot on smiling and waving, but hey, you have Commander Leyland to do that.
I'm sure he'll enjoy it.
Great! I won't keep you any longer. I'm sure you have things to do.
Gee, thanks, Admiral. Ryan out. Welcome to the madhouse, Major.
That's all right, sir. I'm sure I'll fit in fine.
I'm not happy with the control interfaces, Chief.
You're not happy. Try and keep an eye on 12 refit crews all at once, and then tell me how happy you feel.
You having problems, Chief?
No, sir. I just want to make sure we get everything sorted out before we get underway. If things turn out like they did last time, the captain will have my ass in a sling.
I'd prefer it where it is, Chief.
Captain on the bridge.
I thought we'd talked about that, Commander.
Sorry, sir. Not used to such informality.
Well, get used to it. We have orders, people.
What's the word, sir?
The word, Lieutenant, is that we're heading for League space, flank speed. Set course, Mr. Harper. Let's get this bucket underway. Figuratively speaking, of course.
Aye, aye, sir. Laying in course for the Skolian border. Sir, I have the captain of the lead ship on comm.
Put him through.
This is Captain Nivet of the Skolian League ship Majesty. Welcome to League Space, Captain Ryan.
Thank you, Captain. I understand you're having a spot of pirate trouble.
Well, we certainly could use the extra help, Odyssey. We're stretched pretty thin at the moment. The Prime Minister doesn't want to appear too weak to anyone who might be watching, at home or abroad, if you get my drift.
Completely. Listen, Captain, why don't you and the captain of your accompanying vessel join me for dinner? We can discuss the situation and what your plans are.
I'd be delighted, Captain. Shall we say 1900 hours EST?
That would be fine. I'll have a boat sent for you. See you later, Captain. Ryan out. Okay, Mr. Nolan, what kind of firepower and speed do those ships have?
Ship recognition shows them as Centurion-class light cruisers. They're about as maneuverable as a Titan-class cruiser. Comparable armament.
So, not really custom cutters or Space Guard frigates, then?
Intelligence files indicate that they're pretty new on the order of battle for the Skolians. They were only revealed to the general public a few months ago.
Things must be pretty grim if they're having to use frontline warships to ride shotgun on their trade lanes.
That, or they're not fully crewed or staffed. I'm betting half of their cruiser cadets are newly promoted.
That's one bet I won't make, Lieutenant. Galley, expect 2 more for dinner. So, what's the real story on these pirates?
Well, as near as we can make out, they're preying on ships using the Sterridian Corridor. That's an area of space that backs onto the Umbrian Nebula.
Yeah, we passed by there coming in. I take it there's a lot of dark matter in there.
You mean the Killian radiation levels? Yes, it's the only area that's been charted along the edge of the nebula. It's safe enough if the traders stay on this side of the marker buoys, and no raider would be crazy or stupid enough to cut through there. Or so we thought.
You think they're using the nebula to ambush ships?
It's the only explanation. Killian radiation isn't immediately fatal. With some good anti-rad drugs, you could sit there long enough to jump out, strip a vessel, and jump back, and then make your escape without it being too risky. And besides, the profit would certainly be worth the risk.
What have the targets been so far?
Ships hauling tech parts in the main. Our outer colonies have been struck recently by a spate of ion storms, and most of their support equipment has been damaged beyond repair. We've been ferrying replacement parts out to them through independent shippers, but...
Someone's picked up on it and decided to make a tidy profit, stealing the parts and selling them on?
We've suspected the hegemony of trying to get their hands on the parts for some time now, but our intelligence agents haven't been able to scare up any evidence.
Not a surprise. Pangolians don't usually like to leave traces of their illegal dealings if they can cover it up. So the question is, what's the optimum area we can cover?
Well, we have a zone plotted out that covers pretty much the whole length of the corridor, except the tail end section and one of the straight runs here. Other than that, we're good. The only thing has been getting there to react. We get a distress call, and by the time we arrive, it's all over.
No offense, but I hate to ask this. Could it be an inside job?
None taken, Captain. We thought of that, but there's no one in the Navy that would stand to gain anything by doing so.
You'd be surprised what some people are capable of, Captain Nivet. Well, we'll make a circuit of the area between these 2 points starting tomorrow. Our Panthers have enough range to cover pretty much that whole section you've indicated without too much trouble.
Thank you, Captain. I know I speak for our Prime Minister when I say that the League thanks you for your assistance.
All in a day's work, Captain Nivet. All in a day's work.
Well, well, you're a sight for sore eyes.
Daniel? Daniel Mannheim?
The one and only. My, Rachel Albrecht. What a pleasant day this is turning out to be.
It must be what? 10 years?
Try 15, would you? Hello, Rachel. Long time. No see.
What are you doing out here?
Oh, you're not the only one who upped anchors and left New Bremen behind. Still, you were a lowly lieutenant then. Look at you now, a commander, no less.
I told you one day I'd be a captain.
Actually, I think you said admiral, but let's not split hairs. Oh, it's so good to see you after all this time.
Seriously, Daniel, what are you doing here?
Me? Well, I'm a big shot trader now. I have a whole fleet of ships and things are really going well.
Really?
No, don't be silly. I have one beat-up old tramp freighter, a list of bills as long as my arm, and a crew of misfits. But you know I wouldn't trade any of it for anything in the universe. Well, maybe not anything.
So why leak space?
An acquaintance of mine pointed me in this direction. Said there was good money to be made hauling stuff for the Skolians, and I needed cash fast. I didn't ask any questions for once. Kinda wish I had now, though.
The pirates?
Yeah. I suppose you're here to sort out the situation.
Sort out? No, we're just here to bolster up the Skolians a bit, fly the flag, that sort of thing.
So that means you're out here showing your support for the League, then. See our brave Alliance troops out here, helping a neighbor, that kind of thing?
I'd better get going.
Hey, I'm sorry. I shouldn't be making fun of you or the Alliance.
No, you shouldn't.
Rachel, you have to understand something. When you upped and left, there wasn't anything left back home to keep me there. You filled my head with stories of things you've seen, the places you'd visited. How could I stay tied to that one little rock after that?
I had to go. My ship...
I know, but you could have been a lot more pleasant about the way it ended, though.
I'm sorry. I don't deal well with goodbyes.
Oh, that's bull, Rachel, and you know it. You didn't deal well with how things were between us. I think you were worried that you were starting to get more than interested in me. I think you were worried that you were starting to think maybe one little rock was such a bad thing. You're the right person to share it with.
You have a high opinion of yourself, don't you?
Don't you? Think about it. I'll be around if you fancy meeting up for a chat or drinks or something. See you around, Rachel.
Athena 1 to Athena Wing. Keep your eyes open. We don't want to miss anything.
Sir, what exactly don't we want to miss? We've been over and over the same stretch of space for a fortnight and seen Zippo.
I know, but we have to keep at it. We're looking for anything interesting, Lieutenant. Anything unusual or out of place.
Like that over there, sir?
Sensors indicate weapons fire. That's got to be them. Athena Wing, form up on me. Athena 1 to Odyssey. We have sighted the raider vessels. They seem to be assaulting a bulk transport in Grid 17 Alpha.
Odyssey here. We hear you, Athena Wing. What's your ETA?
Seconds. We're closing to weapons range. All ships, go weapons hot. Repeat, go weapons hot.
Battle stations. Sound red alert. Captain to the bridge.
Report, Commander.
Athena Wing reports they are engaging the radar ships, sir. Grid 17 Alpha.
Commander, get League Naval Command on the blower. Harper, time to intercept.
At present speed, 5 minutes, 43 seconds, sir.
Increase to full impellers, Lieutenant. Step on it.
With pleasure, sir. Increasing to flank speed.
Athena Wing, report your status, Commander.
All ships in formation. Ready to engage on your mark, sir.
Awaiting confirmation from League Naval Command.
Sir, why can't we just...
Rules of engagement, Mr. Nolan. We can't just go weapons hot in someone else's backyard without authorization. It's not... seemly.
Huh. Bloody politics again.
Yes, Lieutenant. The same bloody politics that keep us in work.
We have authorization, sir.
Athena Wing, you have a go. Engage at your leisure, Mr. Leland.
Aye, aye, sir. Engaging raiders now.
Sir, we're picking up a civilian frequency distress call.
What? Where from? There's nothing out there.
About 75 light seconds callward of our current position. They're reporting that their drive assembly has been damaged by raiders, but they've managed to drive them off, temporarily.
Damn it! Commander, disengage pursuit. We have a distress call coming in.
Sir, we're right on their tails. Another minute or two in.
Yes, I know. I don't like throwing them a lifeline either, but we have other priorities right now, Mr. Leland. There's a civilian ship in trouble, and we're duty-bound to lend assistance.
Aye, sir. Breaking off pursuit.
Mr. Harper, as soon as they're back aboard, set course for the civilian vessel. Full impellers. Get us there as fast as you can.
Aye, sir. Looks like she's taken a beating, sir. Not sure how much of it was before the raiders got at her, though.
Jesus, that's some pile of junk.
Yes, well, we can't all be flying around in shiny new ships, Lieutenant. Preliminary scans, Mr. Harper.
Checking now, sir. She's structurally sound, some elevated radiation levels, but that's probably down to the nebula. Plasma damage to the aft engineering spaces. Looks like they had a fire in their drive chamber.
Dr. Imral, Chief, Rachel, get your teams together and get over there, ASAP. Check out the situation, render what aid you can.
Aye, sir. Chief, split your crew up, half aft, half forward. Doctor, I presume any casualties will be primarily in the engineering section.
Got it, Commander. Okay, people, let's move like we have a purpose. Hansen, Marks, Trago, with me. The rest, head forward and check out the structural integrity as you go.
Well. It looks like you can't stay away from me, can you?
Daniel? This is your ship?
Yeah, welcome aboard the Bounty. She's usually a little cleaner and prettier than this.
What are you doing out here?
Well, we got a delivery of atmospheric processors to take to Falchion 4, but we got hit by a bunch of raiders as we prepared for transit.
You were lucky we were in the area.
Very. I had wondered why they peeled off so quickly. Our drive chamber cracked, bringing her down from power-up so fast, and we had a fire. We got several hurt, but luckily no fatalities.
Well, I'm glad to see you're all right.
Are you? Really?
Of course. Look, Daniel, I know when we last met things were a little awkward, but...
No offense, Rachel, but this is hardly the time for that. I have a crew I need to check on. I hate to think any of them got hurt on my watch.
Of course.
So, Captain Mannheim, how are the repairs coming along?
Very well, thanks to your chief engineer, Captain. Thank you.
Well, we can't very well have Alliance citizens hanging about in need when we can lend assistance, can we?
Indeed not. Well, Captain, if there's nothing else, I'll be making my way back to my ship. We've got a long trip to make, and the clock's ticking on our delivery schedule.
If you're sure you can get there, the offer still stands of an escort.
Thank you, but no. I'm sure you need all the ships you have to hunt down these raiders. Plus, I doubt that the Skolians will be very happy about me turning up with a half-dozen fighters in my wake. It might make them a little nervous.
Quite. Well, good trip, Captain.
Thank you again for all your help.
Okay, let's have the preliminary reports, please.
12 crewmen treated for minor injuries. Nothing serious.
Something wrong, Doctor.
You will think me strange.
That's nothing new on this ship, Commander. If you've got something on your mind, let's hear it.
Well, the crew's injuries, they were unusual.
How so?
They didn't resemble any plasma fire burns I've ever seen. They looked more like radiation scarring to me.
Really? And the possible source?
I've seen flash burns from Kellyan radiation that look remarkably similar.
They were drifting in the nebula for quite some time when we got to them.
I am well aware of that, Commander. But I know what I'm talking about. Kellyan radiation accumulates over a period of time. Once it starts to reach danger point, it degrades the cells in the upper dermal tissue and causes rad burns. That's what they had. And no one suffers third-degree rad burns from a couple of hours drifting through the edge of a dark matter nebula.
Interesting.
That's not the only weird thing, sir.
Go on, Chief.
That exploding pressure manifold on the drive assembly? If I didn't know better, I'd say it looked as if someone had tampered with the release clamps.
Are you saying?
I'm not saying nothing, Commander. It just didn't look right to me. I've seen something like that before. By spiking up the relay for a fraction of a second, then allowing the backflash from the ignition sequence to blow the seal and leak drive plasma out onto the engine space, it looks like a manifold blow, but...
But what?
But it's easily faked and not that dangerous to pull off.
Curiouser and curiouser.
Captain, you can't seriously be suggesting...
Thank you both. Let me have your full reports by 1800 hours. Dismissed. Rachel, I have to ask you, is there some history between you and this Mannheim guy?
With all due respect, sir, I fail to see what business that is of yours.
Why do people always say with all due respect when you know the next thing out of their mouth is going to be the exact opposite? Listen, there's something not right about this whole thing.
Sir, we came across the bounty completely by accident.
Don't you find it a little too convenient that we came across it exactly when we were engaging the raiders?
I don't follow you, sir.
Come on, Rachel. I've known you too long for you to try to pull that kind of crap with me. His ship was in exactly the right position to have been feeding coordinates to those pirate ships, and with the evidence that Admiral and the Chief have discovered...
Can I be frank, sir? Off the record, I mean.
You've never had a problem with it before. Go ahead. Knock yourself out.
What the hell kind of stunt are you trying to pull, Mark? I've known Daniel for years. If I ever thought for 1 minute...
Whoa. Easy, Tiger. I was just...
Just? Just what? You either trust me or you don't.
Hang on. That's hardly fair.
I'm sorry, Mark. You and I have very few secrets from each other, but you know how private I am about my past. Daniel is a big part of that past.
Ordinarily, I'd agree, but in this instance, I can't be sure he's entirely trustworthy. That ship has been in an area of high Kellyan radiation, and not long ago. In addition, this battle damage could quite easily have been arranged for our benefit. No, I think Captain Mannheim is up to something. I wouldn't be surprised if he were in league with those pirates, or working with them. Everyone gets one free shot, Commander. You've already had your fair share. That one should cost you.
Oh, God. What did I... I'm sorry, sir. I don't know...
I know why you did it, and I'll let it go. Once. But you listen to me and listen good. This is me talking to you as your superior officer, not your friend. We are not going to sit back and let this guy run rings around us. No way, no how. I frankly don't care if you've had a whole family with him. What I say on this ship goes, and you'll follow my orders or get the hell off of it. Understand?
I'm truly sorry, sir. I don't know what came over me. But I've known Daniel Mannerheim for over 20 years, and in all that time he's never been anything but...
I'm sure he has, Commander. To you. There's something that just doesn't sit right with me about him, and I'll be keeping a beady little eye on his whereabouts from now on. Dismissed. Oh, and Rachel?
Sir?
If I were you, I'd keep an eye on him too.
Hello again. Can't stay away, huh?
Oh, Daniel, why did you have to come back into my life?
What?
Everything was starting to come back together for me. My career's looking up. I've put the past behind me at last. And here you are, dragging up memories I thought I'd buried long ago.
Oh, the past never stays buried, Rachel. You of all people should know that.
It took me years to get over what happened. And you come waltzing back down the street, right up to my door.
A lot has changed since then, but a lot has stayed the same, too. Different people now, different people who have come across each other again after a long time apart.
What happened between us was a long time ago, Daniel. It can never be the same as it was.
Maybe. And maybe it can be better than it was.
I'm sorry, Daniel. The past needs to stay where it belongs. In the past.
I'm sorry you feel that way. We were good together once. I always thought we could be again. Better, even.
I'm sorry. Goodbye, Daniel.
Yeah. Goodbye, Rachel.
You know, for once, it'd be nice for something to happen occasionally. You know, just to spice things up.
Christ, don't you ever shut up? Wine, wine, bloody wine. I ought to...
It never fails. Senior staff to the bridge. We're picking up a distress call from a League trader.
What's the score, Lieutenant?
Merchant vessel under attack, sir. About 3 minutes from here, full impeller speed.
You know the order, Mr. Harper.
Aye, aye, sir. Full impellers it is.
Ryan to Leyland. Ready your ships for combat launch, Commander. We have gate crashers again.
Aye, aye, sir. Prepping for launch now.
Sir?
Raiders attacking a freighter again. Mr. Nolan?
Same pattern as last time, sir. Standard Jinkin fire. Nothing fancy at all. They seem to be armed with standard pattern pulse cannons.
Any estimation of the operational range?
Hard to tell from a quick scan, but I'd say they've got to be short-range anti-ship vessels. Their mothership can't be more than 10 minutes flight time away, I reckon.
Very well. Mr. Harper, start scanning for anything that might come into...
Belay that order, Lieutenant.
Commander, care to explain why you've directly countermanded one of my orders?
Sorry, sir. Last time I was on board the Bounty, I left a little gift behind.
And you think if we scan for it, we'll pick up the signal from this gift?
It's a long shot. It might not even be in range.
I think it's worth a look, don't you? Then at least we'll know, one way or another. Lieutenant, scan for an Alliance comms beacon out to maximum range.
Aye, aye, sir.
There she blows.
Well, I think we have our answer. Mr. Nolan, get a fix and orientation on that beacon's transmission point. Mr. Harper, once we've dropped our Panthers, bring us around to intercept the bounty from behind.
Aye, sir.
Aye, aye, sir.
I'm so sorry, sir.
No apology necessary. That took some doing. Not many people would have the gall to stand up to their commander that way. Why do you think I wanted you as my first officer? I'm sorry, if anything. I kinda hoped we wouldn't detect anything, to be honest. Now let's get to the task at hand.
In position to launch fighters, sir.
Cut impellers. Athena wing, launch. Major Tanner, to the bridge, please.
On my way, sir.
Rachel, I want you along with the Major and his boarding party. No arguments. I want an explanation from Mannheim, and you're the only one likely to get one from him. Major, I trust you're up to speed with your men?
Aye, sir. We've been drilling solidly for the past few weeks, sir.
Good, because they're going to be needed. Have a boarding party, full assault gear, down in base C-62 in 10 minutes, ready for immediate departure.
May I ask what our target is, sir?
The ship that's been supporting these raider vessels. Expect heavy resistance, but I want casualties kept to a minimum, Major. No guns blazing stuff here. They're being arrested, not executed.
Understood, sir.
Commander, you best go with them. And Rachel, good luck.
Odyssey to Athena number 1. Commander, how's it going?
We've got them bottled up, sir. 4 of them are out of action, 2 destroyed when it failed to heat 2. The rest are trying to run for it.
I'm guessing they didn't expect anything other than a lightly armed merchant. Can you keep a lid on things till we get finished up over here?
Not a problem, sir. We're fine here. Take all the time you need.
Very well. Good job, Stephen. Odyssey out.
Listen up, people. The Odyssey's stealth field is masking our approach. We go in hard, fast, and professional. No shooting unless there's resistance, and even then only when strictly necessary. This is take and hold only. No funny stuff. We're here to secure the ship. No dole-out justice. Let's keep it tight. Commander, you've been aboard before. Where's the best entry point?
There's a maintenance access way forward of the main cargo hold. We should be able to latch on there and cut through with a minimum of problems.
Right, got it. Red team, we head aft. Blue team, forward.
Approaching maintenance port. Touchdown, maglock secure. She's all yours, Major.
Red, entry team. Get her open. Blue, stack up for breach and clear. Red. Blue.
I'll tag along with Blue Team, Major.
As you wish, Commander. And good hunting.
Hello, Rachel.
You don't seem surprised to see me here.
Not really. Not after I found this. Not well hidden, but I guess you wanted me to find it, didn't you? Why?
I've known you a long time, Daniel. I owed you one last chance to step away from what you were doing and reconsider.
Reconsider? Do you for one moment even have any kind of idea of just how much money I'm making out of all this?
Money? Is that what it all comes down to?
Of course! You didn't think I had some high and mighty ideals like you, did you?
I never.
Oh, come on! Of course you did! The first sign we started getting serious, you jumped and ran like a scalded catar. I was ready to give up everything for you, Rachel, and you threw that in my face.
Daniel, I had commitments. I had a career, plans.
Oh, yeah, and none of them had any room for me in them. You had your fun, and when it was time to go, you dropped me and ran. It has taken me years to try to get over you. Do you have any idea what that's like, Rachel? Do you?
Don't be a fool, Daniel. The ship's got a full boarding party of Marines aboard. Your fighters are all disabled or destroyed, and the Odyssey is set out there. You've got nowhere to run.
No. Oh, no. I've got too much at stake to give up now. My family.
Family?
Oh, yes, my family. I found someone who did love me for who I was, who wanted me for who I was. She helped me rebuild what you smashed. It took a long time, but she did it. We have a daughter now. Something else you will never have.
Oh, I'm sorry, Daniel. I never meant...
Why? Why did you have to turn up out of the blue after 15 years, Rachel? Why?
You knew I was here. You knew the Odyssey was going to be patrolling the trade lanes. And you never stopped to think what that would mean, even for a second, did you?
Oh, you think so? I thought about it every damn minute. I knew it would come down to this. Me or you. And I've got too much to lose now to let you hold me back.
Daniel, listen.
I'm sorry, Rachel. My wife doesn't know about any of this. About you. The rating. She'd be destroyed if she did. I can't let that happen.
Daniel, no!
If you're gonna shoot someone, shoot. Don't stand there waving your gun around.
Major,
That raider got away. I'm sorry, Commander.
Ship's log, day 22. Our prisoners have been handed over to the Skolian authorities for trial in accordance with interplanetary laws. The bounty has been seized as a criminal asset and is due to be auctioned off. The proceeds slated as compensation for the companies whose shipping was attacked. We have completed our assignment and are heading home. There is, however, one last matter that I have to settle. Sit down, Rachel. You're making the place feel like a tailor's shop.
I'd rather stand, sir.
Very well. An unfortunate series of events, wouldn't you say, Commander?
I would hardly call what happened unfortunate, sir.
Captain Mannheim tried to wrest a weapon away from an attacker who surprised me, and, in the ensuing melee, was fatally shot. In the confusion, the attacker was able to make good his escape. Very convenient, don't you think?
Sir?
I think you know what I mean, Commander. The prime suspect in the initial case just happens to be there when this attacker sprang at you. All very neat and tidy.
I'm still not sure what you're getting at, Captain.
Very well, then. I transmitted my initial report on the full sequence of events an hour ago. Want to know what the response was?
After careful consideration of the reports from both my investigative team and the assistance of both Captain Ryan of the USS Odyssey and the commander of the assault team, I can have no higher praise of Daniel Mannheim's actions in defense of both his ship and his crew. He gave his life saving that of another, with no thought to his personal safety or well-being. It is my recommendation that in light of this final act, the bounty be auctioned off and her proceeds be used for his widow and the child he leaves behind. I see no reason why these innocents should suffer further due to the greed of another.
Something wrong, Commander?
No, sir. Will there be anything else?
No. Dismissed, Commander.
Major.
Commander? Can I do something for you?
I wanted to know...
Go ahead.
Why? Why did you do it? Why did you lie on that report?
I couldn't let a fine officer be taken down in front of me if I could stop it.
You don't owe me anything.
We all have our secrets and burdens, Commander. Our crosses we have to bear. I just hoped that I could save you shouldering one you didn't have to carry with you.
But you don't know me?
Well, I was kinda hoping we could fix that. I don't know anyone on board right now.
You do now. I'm Rachel Albrecht. Welcome to the Odyssey. Thank you, Major.
You're welcome, Commander.